Hello everyone and happy 2020. I'm Donna Bush with your CIGTV news update, community news and weather forecast. Children of all ages are back in school following the Christmas holidays. And school officials and organizers at the John Gray High School have been in preparation mode for the annual career fair and week for some time now. Now the event is held to keep students prepared for making some of the most important steps in their life after high school, as Principal John Clark and career advisor Tanya Johnson explains.
The job fair is just one part of an extensive careers program here in partnership with the Careers Service at John Gray High School. Careers is really important for us. So we have a careers week in February that culminates with the careers fair on Friday the 7th of February. The whole week involves lots of different things. We're really grateful for the support we get from the community and businesses on Island. I think it's good for them, it's definitely good for us, and it gives the students a purpose and it makes sense of their learning. They start talking to professionals, they start talking to people that have been through what they've been through, and they start getting a chance to make contacts and network and sell themselves. We have inspiration assemblies during the week from Monday to Thursday, and we also start our mock interview program as well. So the students write their own curriculum vitae, a resume, they apply for jobs, they sit down with an interviewer and have a real interview. And then they get feedback on that interview. So we're really trying to put some skills in place for them and build their confidence before they go out into the world of work. Last year we had over 50 employers here from different walks, people in government, private companies, individuals that are looking to expand their firms. We welcome employers from all aspects of Cayman. And for our students, we get around 600 students come through to the careers fair of the day.
We would like to invite companies in any industry, especially in TVET. We would like to expose our students to a wide range of industries, particularly vocational, TVET, hospitality, health, the medical field, and as usual we are accounting and business and financial industries here in the Cayman Islands.
Now the objective of the career fair is to introduce years 9, 10 and 11 students to a variety of career fields by having company reps discuss career pathways and opportunities with them. The John Gray Career Fair will be held at the school's gymnasium on Friday, February the 7th from 8:30 in the morning through to 12 noon in the afternoon. Well, over the weekend, the National Trust, along with the Ministry of Culture and with the assistance of several organizations, saved one of Cayman's last standing authentic homes. Quaintly known in the community as the Clayton Nixon House, the traditional Caymanian home was located on Goring Avenue in Georgetown, where it stood for nearly 150 years, not only as a reminder of the past, but also as a testament to the soundness of craftsmanship and ingenuity of the Caymanian people. After being alerted about the impending demolition of the relic and asked to find a way to preserve the house, the National Trust contacted the Ministry of Culture and Minister Dwayne Seymour to assist the nonprofit, non-governmental entity in securing the building's preservation. Now, the National Trust, along with the Ministry of Culture, will now decide how to best utilize the extremely important representation of Cayman's history. The plan may include reconditioning the home to part or all of its former state, as well as using the structure inside. The project has been in the works for more than a year through dialogue, surveying, report writing, and logistical planning and preparation work. Well, Barker's Beach in West Bay was cleaned up just in time for Christmas, thanks to inmates from Her Majesty's Prison and Northward and Fairbanks. Now, bags full of washed up or discarded plastic and other rubbish stretched out along Barker's Beach, ready to be collected as inmates and staff worked quickly. We hope that it is something we can work with the prison to see happen on a regular basis now that there are additional resources at the prison, commented the Minister for Home Affairs and MLA for West Bay South, the Honorable Tara Rivers, who actually joined the cleanup team. 5 staff members and 18 inmates volunteered to rake, shovel, and bag debris as part of a program run by Her Majesty's Cayman Islands Prison Service to give inmates the chance to do something positive for their communities. Now, the inmates who volunteered from the men's prison Northward were they're part of the Open Hands Rehabilitation Unit, which recently opened. Now, the unit functions as a halfway house for low-risk inmates coming to the end of their sentence and supports them through their transition to life back in the community. Now, for a check on other community stories making Radio Cayman headlines, the public is invited to join Chief Curator Natalie Ockart and Curator William Helfrich at the National Gallery as they present Bendel Hyde's remarkable 45-year artistic journey, tracing an artistic journey that began with self-taught figurative drawing and concluded with remarkable luminescent abstractions of the last decade. The lunchtime talk and showcase is being held on January 29th from noon at the gallery. For additional details, you're encouraged to email education@nationalgallery.org.ky or give them a call at 945-8111. That's 945-8111. And of course, you can check out Radio Cayman's website, radiocayman.gov.ky, for more community news. Turning now to today's weather forecast from the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. We can expect continued fresh northeasterly winds and rough seas to continue as the pressure gradient tightens over the Northwest Caribbean due to the passage of a cold front. Radar images show scattered showers west of the Cayman area, which are moving towards the west. Today's high temperature reached 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly cloudy skies with less than a 20% chance of showers were expected, and winds from the northeast at 15 to 20 knots in the day, becoming 10 to 15 knots by evening hours. Sea conditions are moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet, with swells affecting the north and west coast. Small craft should exercise caution over open waters. And remember, you can go online to weather.gov.ky for the latest forecast, which can also be found on their Facebook page and on the Weather Radio dial 107.9 FM. Remember, you can also download the National Weather Services app, CINWS. And that's the latest from us here at CIG Television. If you happen to have missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page or the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, wishing you a wonderful and safe night and hoping you'll join me back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
The Department of Environmental Health provides residential garbage collection services to an estimated 14,000 Cayman Islands households each week. You may wonder how it is that our collectors are able to adequately cover these routes given our limited resources. The answer partly depends on you. By making sure that your garbage is appropriately packaged and easily accessible to our collectors, you will aid the pickup process and ensure efficient garbage collections. Here are a few valuable tips that will steer you in the right direction. Place bagged garbage into your garbage container on the evening before your scheduled pickup day. Bags should weigh less than 40 pounds and garbage containers should have a maximum capacity of 33 gallons. Our collectors will not collect garbage bags and bins that are too heavy. Only use garbage containers constructed from sturdy materials such as metal or plastic. Your garbage container must also have a tightly fitted cover and easy to grip handles. To avoid spillage and limit access to animals, we also recommend that you store garbage bins inside an enclosure. A single garbage enclosure should have minimum dimensions of 2 feet 6 inches by 2 feet 6 inches. All enclosures should be a minimum of 6 inches from the ground. Any enclosure that is higher than 3 feet tall must have a door. Or collectors are unable to collect the garbage if the enclosure is too high. Place garbage containers or enclosures at the front or side of the property in an area that is easily accessible to the collectors. Our collectors will not pick up any items that are outside the trash container. Please remember to return garbage containers to the enclosure or its original position as soon as possible after collection has taken place. Avoid placing the following items in your household garbage containers: construction and demolition debris, vegetative and household hazardous waste, bulk waste items, hot coals, and grease. You may bring these items to the Georgetown landfill, which is located at Seymour Drive and open from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Saturdays. You can also take small quantities of garbage to the 24-hour drop-off site located at the entrance of the landfill. Always pour plenty of water on hot coals to make sure they are completely out before disposing of them inside the landfill. The DEH provides free curbside bulk waste pickup once per year. Bulk items may include old furniture and appliances, tires, and metal items. Place bulk items out on the curbside once the DEH has announced its annual bulk waste pickup schedule. You may, however, hire DEH to pick up your bulk waste throughout the year at a cost of $75 per load. When you follow these tips, you will help to maintain the efficiency of the DEH collections program. For more information on proper waste handling or to report uncollected garbage, please give us a call at 949-6696 or send an email to dehcustomerservice@gov.ky.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911, The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has 2 deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.
Click Guest User. Read the guidance notes and then click Next Step. Enter your registration plate number. Click the checkbox on the reCAPTCHA window and click Get Started. Select your current plate type. Enter your personal information. Enter your insurance information and upload your insurance document. Click Next Step. Select the length of the license renewal and choose your payment currency. Select the checkboxes if applicable and click Next Step. Review your information and click Proceed to Online Payment. Enter your payment details into the boxes and click Submit Payment. The Payment Successful window will appear and you are finished. Click Close and return to the home page.